how to deal with the post-holiday lull. The thing is that during the holidays, you had this mad rampage of clients, and now it's quiet. What do? We're going to talk about it right now on the Biz Talk. Please, if you're listening and you're not watching, Tracey does this dance that is awful to anybody.
Why I do it? Because it bugs him.
It doesn't bother me. It creeps
you out a
little bit.
Yeah. It's perfect. What's the topic?
The topic is post-holiday lull. So situation for nail professionals is holidays are crazy, psychotic. They're buying gift cards. It's totally mad, right? Now it's the new year and it's quiet.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that?
Enjoy it. It happens, and it's a real thing because you have pushed everybody you can in right before the holidays,
right,
so they could have them for the holiday nails. So everybody, and you just have this moment of like, wow, I don't have anyone on my books,
right? Because
everybody's been kind of moved around, or especially when I was first started out, I got all these new clients because they're getting their holiday nails, and then they take them off after the holidays.
Okay,
they're not people that keep them sometimes.
Oh, I see.
Or maybe they just didn't like me. We're going to just go with they didn't
Probably
keep them.
that.
So yeah, you're just sitting there and you're like, oh, wow, I kind of need money.
You know what's interesting? I just did a question on Twitter recently asking how many clients a week do you have? And a lot of people that were responding, normally, 40, normally this number, but right now it's this.
Yeah, you live at the salon right now.
Right, you're living at the salon, so it's way more. So that completely makes sense. Mm-hmm. The fact that it is insanely busy during the holidays, and then it's going to be very quiet during the month of January, let's say.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The question I have, Trace, is this is going to happen. Do you not? Like, maybe if you're just starting out, you might not know. And look, I'm going to be a little hard on our nail pros a little bit. As a business person, I'll be a little hard. But this is like, hopefully it will help. I'm doing this out of care and love.
It's coming from
a place of love, okay? Just know that. But, Tracey, this is coming.
Yeah.
Do you not?
Yes.
Okay. So, it's coming.
Don't be realistic.
But it's coming, your January is going to be slow, your November, December is absolutely crazy, mad. Planning. Like, let's talk about this a little bit.
You have to plan that money. You have to figure, okay, I got this money now, but I'm not getting it next week. So it's like getting 2 paychecks in 1 week. Think about that you're not getting a paycheck the following week. Yeah, you got to plan.
So here's something, and this is something I wanted to talk about, is business in general. Mm-hmm. One of the major issues with business, and for me, nail professionals are entrepreneurs. You are business people. Okay, you're running your own business, unless you work at a commission salon. That's a little bit different. But even then, you're kind of responsible. You have to make sure you're getting clients to get paid commission. So still,
the same thing can happen if that salon's getting a bunch of clients for the holidays
and not coming in January. You got a problem. But here's the thing: with most businesses, cash flow is one of the major challenges. Okay, especially a business like ours, like manufacturing, where you have to buy inventory. You have to spend money on inventory. That's our entire business is selling product, right? So we depend on inventory. What does that mean? Any profits we make, we have to reinvest into inventory. So the cash sits on the shelves until we sell that product. In the service business, still, it doesn't matter. In all businesses, cash flow is a challenge. Okay, you have to plan. I'm telling you, and I know this, I know. I get it. Habib, be realistic. I'm not going to be realistic. I'm being the most realistic here. Is if you're a nail pro and you know it's coming, okay? Dude, you've got a plan. You need to have some discipline, okay? And actually put that money away, knowing that, and I'm getting a little angry. Excuse me. I'm just passionate because I want you to do well.
Why are you always yelling?
Dude, because that money and finance for me, this is like what I did here at Young Nails for a very long time, right? Like I had to deal with this stuff in the growing of the business, okay? But nail pros, if you struggle with this, you got to change, okay? Period. End of story.
Well, you know what they're doing, and it's because it's the holidays, right? So you're kind of, especially if you're first starting out and you're getting all this new clientele coming in, you're hopeful that you're going to keep that clientele.
Of course.
Plus, they're trying to buy gifts, and they're trying to, they're spending that money on the holiday, and just not being realistic.
I understand.
Just not being honest with ourselves is what's happening. It's like, okay, I'm going to keep all these people, and no, you might keep half. That was always my goal. It's like half of the new clients that come in. Hopefully, I keep half of them.
Trust me, I completely get it. It's like, it's the holidays. You're making all this money.
Yeah,
dude, it's fun.
And you're getting gift certificates.
You're getting prepays on everything.
And then you get angry when those gift certificates come in because you already have been paid.
You've already been paid.
Paid right then. And
you spent the money.
You spent the money.
The thing is that if you've got all these potential new clients coming in during the holidays, I would financially, I would go the route of saying, I'm not keeping any of these clients. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, I say that financially because that's a very negative perspective. I wouldn't tell anybody to go into a business saying, I'm not getting any of these clients. And I'm saying financially you behave that way. But on the front side of your business, of course, you stay positive and say, I'm keeping every one of these freaking clients. But
that's your goal.
That's your goal. But on the money
like
no,
that.
You do not.
Yeah.
On the money side, you hold and you wait and you don't spend a penny. You spend what you need. Okay. You spend what you got to spend to keep your business running, but the business is what's going to keep you alive.
Right.
So you got to respect the business. You have to give back to the business. You have to you want to be the one that's sitting in January and that is like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I've already balanced my books. I got paid 1.5 times what I do normally in December. So I'm going to take that because I know my January is going to be mellow. I'm going to take that and apply it to January so that I can, you know what I'm saying? And then here's if you actually do that, Tracey, if you actually have that approach, a very disciplined approach financially, then what happens is
I don't like it.
You don't like it? You're like, I want to spend. Because then what happens is you've got free time.
Right.
Okay. And if there are gaps in your books, if there are any holes in terms of you can add clients, do you take that time in January and you fill it?
Yeah.
You spend the time marketing, whether it's on social or you go out, and walking billboard, make yourself known. However, I recommend social, of course, but you can take that time to add more clients to your business.
Now there is the flip side,
which is
you have a full clientele.
But
all your clients want to buy gift certificates for them, not just for themselves. Their husbands will come in and buy them gift certificates, which is very sweet. But they'll also want to get it for friends. Now, there's that version of yourself, my greedy side, I'll call it, that is like, yes, I want to take your money. I'm not taking any more clients, but yes, you know what? I'll do some gift certificates. But if you cannot fit those people in, don't take the money.
And how are you... but under a regular schedule, you should be able to fit them in, shouldn't you?
What I'm saying, if you really do not have room for clientele,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Because you're just going to upset people.
Right.
I've seen it where you got paid and then they're not going to get paid for that appointment. And the tech is like, I don't want to do it. And they make it really hard for that person to get in. All of a sudden they have these rules to their schedule. I can get you in at 2 a.m. on a Thursday, Friday.
On a Sunday night?
Sunday night, someday I made up. I've seen it. And it's because they want that money at the moment. But if you don't have that room.
Oh, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Or if, people, I had a client that liked to come in and buy about 10 appointments ahead. That's what she did.
It's awesome.
No discount. She just.
I was just going to ask you, what kind of deal did you give her?
I was waiting. No discount.
Okay.
But that's just how she liked to do it.
Yeah.
Now, I can't get mad at her when she comes in because she ain't paying me that time. She paid me.
She paid. You already got paid.
I had to plan for that.
Yeah. So, okay, if you are full and you're bursting at the seams and you cannot, then don't do gift certificates.
Don't do them.
Don't do them. No. Okay. if you are completely packed, or if you're okay, realistically, I can do 2.
Right.
2, I can fit them in on this day and this day in the new year. I know I can do it. Then you do the 2 and then you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to, I think this goes back to what we talked about in a previous episode, which was being honest with yourself,
with
right?
Your schedule,
with your
yourself.
schedule. Absolutely. Business is the ultimate, this is what I love about business, is it always reveals the truth. Okay. There are times where you have moments of good luck and bad luck. That happens. But for the most part, it just reveals the truth.
Right.
If business is not doing well, outside of any bad luck things that occur, right? There's circumstances, weather, situations that pop up that are uncontrollable, okay, that you have to deal with. Outside of that, though, if your business isn't doing well, it's because you're doing something wrong,
right.
And it's not the world's fault. It's that you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
It's why I love it.
Looking in the mirror.
It really is about looking in the mirror and saying, okay, I got to be real to have some kind of success. So the same thing here in this situation, you're going to have a New Year's lull.
Yeah.
Okay. Plan.
Yep.
That's what being a responsible business owner. You're a business owner now. Okay. You're a business owner. You've got responsibility. You got to take care of your business. That means planning. You've got to plan.
Well, don't do it to yourself. So much stress.
What?
Right? If you don't plan, don't.
Oh my God.
And you do what you shouldn't do, and then you're just stressed out. It's not worth it.
It's that there's always that temptation, in this case, like you said, taking money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you can't. And you convince yourself, oh, I can do it.
No, you're hoping that they don't come in. I'm just being honest.
Oh my gosh. You can't.
Then you can't count on that. But you're only, and this is kind of true, only about half of their gift certificates usually will call and
cash in.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Unless it's a standing client. But I'm talking about just people buying for their friends.
For their friends. They don't come in and cash them in.
No.
That's so interesting.
But you can't plan for that.
No, that's impossible. You got to plan like you can take it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So planning is everything. How do you deal with the holiday lull? You actually got to start doing it a little bit earlier. And if you're making all this money from the holidays, you got to budget. And that's what business people do, man. You got to budget, you got to have discipline, I
hate that word.
I know, trust me.
The B word.
Oh my gosh.
Bills and budget.
Bills and budget are awful, but it's a reality in being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Or
you won't be in business long.
How did you yourself handle that during were you planning? Were you budgeting? Were you how are you dealing with it specifically?
Yeah, I don't really spend any more money during the holiday season, so it really wasn't a problem.
Because you're working all the time.
I'm working all the time,
Yeah.
so I just banked it. Banked it and used it for bills and stuff. I never really used it for extras.
Right.
You can't. Yeah, I didn't rely on that income.
Right. Let me ask you this. Just something I was thinking about as you were talking. If you have a standing clientele and they're coming every 2 to 3 weeks, where does that lull occur exactly?
Right after, because again, you've sandwiched
Squished them all in.
So there's a week,
Gotcha.
maybe 2 weeks. They're going to come back, but there's usually this little gap for yourself that you might be a week where you're like, oh, I'm not seeing anybody. Then it's going to hit in a week or two because you bring them in sooner or you extend them out.
Right. And so either way, it's a fixed number of people that you've got. So like if you're squishing them all in one time, like there's going to be some consequence to that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to feel it somewhere.
Exactly. Cool. So here's the simple, real answer you probably don't want to hear. There's no magic. Plan, discipline, watch your money. Don't spend it during the holidays. Hang on to it as much as you can. That way, when you hit that lull, you're going to be good, especially if you're doing gift certificates too. Don't spend that money. Keep it on. And then when they come in and cash in that gift certificate, then you can act like you got paid. You know what I mean? Because the money is there.
And that way you can enjoy your week after the craziness of the holidays.
You can chill.
You're going to need it.
You're going to need that break. You can either chill, or if it were me, I would go on social and I would try to continue to build more demand if there's holes. If there's no holes, don't do it, because then you're going to end up in a gnarly situation, too much demand. So I think that's a very raw, simple answer that people don't want to hear. That's usually the best.
I watched this whole video and didn't get a good answer.
You got the real answer. You got to be disciplined. You got to be real. Be a responsible business owner. All those things. These are things that we practice here every single day. And hey, Tracey, thank you very much. Appreciate all your wonderful advice that you bring here on Biz Talk.
So weird.
And with that, say thank you very much. And we'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.